It's time to rewrite narratives. This is Family Journal.
Hello, family. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Family Journal. If you're just listening for the first time, you are highly welcome to the family. And if you're a second listener, it means you're already part of the family. I hope you went to church. I hope you had time to rest, bond with families. I hope you cooled off today. I know tomorrow is Monday and some persons are already prepping. Some persons are already squeezing their face because we are going back to work. But anyways, I just hope you made the weekend worthwhile. All of that said, we're going to be dealing with something interesting today. It's something we already know. In fact, that is the essence of this podcast. Family. Why family? Why did God have to institute family in the first instance? Why do we have people live together in harmony? Why should two become one? Why family? So I'd love to start with the most basic, or should I say the most known definition of family. All of us learned social studies when we were in primary school, and you hear things like family is a group of people living together who are related by blood or adoption, all of those things. And when the word family comes to mind, the first thing we think of is mother, father, and children, right? And other times, it might be people who are not related, just living together in peace and harmony. So, what do we mean when we say people are family members? It's not really about people related by blood. It's not about them living together. That's not even the main thing, really. Because you hear people say things like, hi fam, hi Facebook fam, hi Insta fam. We always use the word fam. When you say fam, what do you mean? When you say family, what is the first thing that should come to mind? When we talk about family, whether related by blood or not, what we are first expecting is support system. When we talk about family, what we're expecting is love. When we talk about family, what we're expecting is intentionality. When we talk about family, these are the core values that stands when it comes to family. Family are people who do things together, they look out for one another. Family are people who have good intentions for one another. People who can call you out even when you are wrong. That is family. Family is built on love. Family is built on support. Just a group of people looking out for each other. Parents look out for their children. Parents love and care for their children. All of that. When you go out in the morning, you face the hustle and the bustle of the day, challenges at work, challenges even on the way to work, back from work, debit alert, and all of those things. When you return home, you are expecting to come home to peace. You're expecting to come home to warmth. Because for many people, they have many definitions of family. But for me, when I hear the word family, I hear love. I hear togetherness. That the fact that you can pick up your phone and call your sister and rant about your whole day, or rant about something somebody said, or the fact that your brother can call you and ask how you're doing, the fact that he can tell you, I just sent you some amount of money so you could use to buy what you want, the fact that somebody can say, I just sent you a box of cookies, all of those thoughtful things. Or your mom says, oh, food is ready, my dear, come and eat. Or your dad says, how much do you need? The fact that somebody is just there to support you, and then you in return, because the thing with some people is they just keep taking and taking and taking without giving back. Family is like symbiosis. It's like give and take. And I know that truly we have people who still love their siblings or family members without even receiving back. But let's be honest, everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to receive. Everybody wants tenderness. The fact that they appear strong or stiff or stern on the outside does not mean they do not want love. Everybody is looking for that one person they can always talk to without feeling judged, without feeling like they are nothing. The person that can always listen to them. And you see that people gravitate towards people who make them feel safe. So family is like a safe haven. And I know that sadly, this is not the case. This is not the reality for many people. For many of us, we have, gone through trauma, gone through a lot of things. We didn't have our families together. It was chaotic for us. And then we just grew up and, but we still have chance to do better. But I want to say that when it comes to family, the first place to make the right choice is choosing you. A lot of persons might think, it's who you marry. Before we get to who you marry, if you learn to choose you every day, you will learn and cultivate that beautiful environment for a healthy family. If you learn to say no when you're supposed to, you would know when to say no to the wrong relationship. If you learn to choose you every day, you would learn to tell your children what they should choose. Because the truth is, we keep saying this, but we don't act it. You cannot give what you don't have. If you don't know how to love yourself, how then can you love someone else? If you've not allowed God to love you as your Father that He is, how can you understand what love truly means? Because some of the times we're mistaking infatuation and lust for love. Love is pure, it's beautiful, and love is very kind. I'm not talking about just somebody pretending. Love is kind in the most ways, and you don't tell if somebody loves you just by the way they treat you alone, but by the way they treat everyone. There are some persons you come there and the aura they give is so warm and it feels safe. What am I trying to say? Two adults are going to make the decision to become parents. Learn to choose yourself every day. Learn to choose the things that are right for you. Take care of yourself. Make that hair, buy that stuff you need. When you learn to pamper and care for yourself, it will not be hard for you to do it to another person. Love yourself. Choose yourself first. Care for you. When you do that, and your confidence is there, like it's out there, it's outstanding, it will help you make the right decisions. Like I said, everybody needs love, everybody needs care, everybody needs attention, and everybody just wants to belong to somewhere. Like I asked at the beginning, why do we think God instituted family? We even have 3 persons in one God. We have 24 elders in heaven. We have angels, numerous types of angels. So we have 2 hands, we have 2 legs, we have 2 nostrils, we have 2 ears, we have 2 eyes, to tell you how important support is. And the beautiful thing is that all the organs of our bodies cannot work individually. They need to work together. Imagine that the brain controls every part of our body. Support has always been a thing right from the beginning. So God instituted family because He knows that every one of us needs somebody. No man is an island. We say this all the time. Even billionaires have people working under them. Nobody was created to exist on their own. Let's take a brief walk to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So when we look at the pyramid, or should I say the hierarchy of needs, the first thing on that list or on the pyramid is psychological needs. And under psychological need, we have breathing. As far as a man is alive, he needs food, water, shelter, clothing, and a roof over his head. The second thing on that list is safety and security. And under safety and security, we are talking about health. We're talking about employment. We're talking about property. And then family is there. Why I love the Maslow's hierarchy of needs is that it just talks about the holistic need of a human being. Now, after eating food and drinking water, you need security, you need safety. When you have good health, you are employed, you have property, who will you share it with? Family. Now we have love and belonging. Now, under love and belonging, we have friendships. We still have family there. We have intimacy and sense of connection. The fourth hierarchy of need is self-esteem. This has to do with building a person's confidence, who they are outside when their names are mentioned. We have confidence, achievements, respect for others, the need to be a unique individual. Everybody has needs. The last thing on the pyramid is self-actualization. This is when you now have a name. They know you for this particular thing. Now, I'm not here to dissect the hierarchy of needs, but I just used this as an example to show you that family appeared in two places. After that psychological need, they have safety needs, they have love and belonging needs. Every living soul on this earth has that need. Family is so important. And so if you're listening to this and you have a family that you can always go home to, that you can always smile about, talk about, boast about, you have siblings that you can call, you have your parents, you can chit chat with them, you can gist with daddy, you can gist with mommy, you can talk to them about anything. You have no idea how blessed you are. We have people who have never known what it feels like to belong to a family. We have people who crave, who long to build something wonderful. We have people who, because of what happened to them when they were younger, we have people who, because daddy or mommy was abusive, we have people who, because they did not see any good thing about family, have said they would not have a family. What am I trying to say? Family was not built for us to destroy one another. It wasn't built for us to keep fighting and fighting till mommy and daddy are not talking, or daddy and his brother are not talking, and so we cannot go to Uncle Chima's house. Mommy and her sister are not talking, so we can't go to Auntie Ife's house. It wasn't supposed to be like that. We are not saying that, oh, because we are in families, we cannot disagree or we cannot argue. Disagreement is a normal phenomenon in life. We were created with amazing mindsets and brains, and we process information differently. So it's normal for us to disagree. But how we settle our disagreement is what really matters. What we do to each other. Like I said, family is built on love. If I love you, there are things I should not do to you. If I truly say that I love you, if I say I care about you, then there are things I should never do. Because why will I say I care about somebody and I deliberately just hurt the person? There's this scripture I love so much. It's Romans 13 verse 10, and it says that love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. We get to points where siblings have so much argument, and it's like that particular argument just soils the relationship for a lifetime. Somebody betrays somebody, it's usually a mess, and there's usually chaos at home. You now notice that your family is apart. Your family is apart because somebody refused to treat the other person with love. That was why when I started, I talked about the core values of family. I said when we hear the word family, there are many things that come to mind, but we cannot take away love. We cannot take away respect. We cannot take away honor, sharing and forgiveness, intentionality. When we talk about family, you have people who respect one another. So I should respect you enough to, I know you're my sibling. I know sometimes we steal our siblings' clothes and stuff, but I should respect you enough to maintain the boundary that you set or you've created. I should honor you enough, respect your decisions. And even when you need support, I should be there to support you. Because we are family members. I should be able to forgive you, and you should be able to forgive me too. And there are certain things that somebody will do to you and you can just let go immediately. But there are certain things someone will do to you and it will scar you to the point that you would rethink this forgive and forget thing. Because I don't even think there's anything like forget, because the Bible never even said that. Because sometimes you would remember, trust me, it will always come to mind. And it can be hard sometimes because when you remember that painful thing that person did, it's like, I'm even able to forgive this person. So what am I trying to say? Family has its core values, and I want us to go home knowing that if I say this person is my family, I must love this person, I must respect this person, I must honor this person, I must share things with this person, I should be able to forgive this person. I should be able to support this person. I should be intentional about this person. When I've said intentionality, I mean remembering my birthday, remembering the things that I value, the things that I love. That is intentionality. Knowing that daddy loves this. So, when we are planning daddy's birthday, this should be one of the things we are going to do. Knowing that mommy loves this. Knowing that my sister loves this. Knowing that this person who we have decided to spend our lives together dislikes this particular thing. And therefore, I should not do this thing to this person. Like I said, respect is part of the core values of family. So why family? We are here because we need each other. God instituted family because no man is an island. We cannot do anything on our own. We need one another to thrive. That is my definition of family. I'm not saying that family is so perfect. In fact, for me, I feel like perfection, the way we see it, is an illusion. Perfection for me means progress. It means that we can argue today or disagree on something, and the next time something like that resurfaces, we settle it in a more enlightened way, because this has happened before, right? That is the order of progress. That is the order of perfection for me. And I can love ourselves with our imperfection that it ceases to exist. That for me is what I call family. So I'm not saying that because we are related, we will always agree. It's impossible. We are beautifully and wonderfully and fearfully made by God. And each and every one of us are unique in our own way. God has embedded so much in each and every one of us. And I cannot say, because you and I are related by blood, so we must agree on everything. That's a lie. But then we must support, love, respect, share, honor, forgive, and be intentional about one another. That for me is family. So why family? Because I need you and you need me. Family is you and I. So I hope we took something home today. And if you know you are the kind of sibling, mother, father, sister, brother, whoever that is always receiving without giving, you should change your ways. Start giving. Don't always be on the receiving side. People need love. Know this and have peace so that you will be intentional about the person next to you. What should you do? You should learn to respect. If you've always been disrespectful, especially towards your elders or your junior ones, because you senior them, so you can bully them and treat them anyhow and just be a toxic sibling or just a toxic person or a toxic mother or father or whatever, you should stop that. Everybody needs love. Everybody needs respect. Make people feel comfortable when they are near you. Leave people better than you met them. In the bid to forgive somebody, take the time to process. Okay, you can take your time, process, but make sure you free your heart of all the bitterness, all of that bitterness. Spew it out. You do not need it. And I'm not telling you how to do it. When you process and when you are ready, let go. I also want to say we should learn to share. Okay, this one is very, very this particular topic is very sensitive, because we have people who don't keep people's things well. We have siblings that, oh my God, once that thing enters their hand, it's over. It's game over. And so I can understand when some people do not want to share. If you have a sibling like that who still messes stuff up, you are very, very free to withhold your property from them. I said it. But if you have people who would definitely return that thing to you safe and sound, please, try and share. Just give them. You can give them conditions if that will make you comfortable. But what are we taking home? We now know why we have family. We have family because we need to support each other, right? So when you're done listening to this podcast, make a list of things that you should do for your family members. I feel like this will be like the most beautiful thing. Make a list of things. For Chidera, I would listen to Chidera more. I'll be more patient with her. I'll be more patient with dad. I'll be more patient with mom. I'll be more patient with my junior ones. I'll be, I'll just do something thoughtful for this person. I never used to give. I'll start giving this person, stuff like that. I'll start respecting dad more. I'll start respecting mom more. I'll respect this person. I'll respect that person. I'll honor my parents more. Like I said, this is a move. We are not here to talk and talk and talk because I know how to talk. No, I know I love talking, but we are here to actually transform things. We are going to share more. We are going to be intentional about each other the more. Now that I know why I have my family, now that I know why I married this man and he has become one flesh with me, I now know that, okay, you know what? You're so important to me. Therefore, I need you to survive. Or I will care for you. I will love you. And so because we now know these things, I'm giving everybody assignments. So go home, make a list of the things you know you're going to be doing for your family member, that person that you call family. Even if the person is not related to you by blood, make a list of those things and do them intentionally. Today is Sunday. We have like 6 more days to do all of these things I just said. And then as you do them, you can send me a mail. Please, if you need to, send me a mail of things you did. And you can also, when you're doing these things, look at these people's responses. Look at their reaction. You would see that what you did was beautiful. You will see that they've always wanted you to do these things. Sometimes people don't know how to express themselves. They've always wanted you to, but they do not know how to tell you. So when you do these things, note their responses or their reaction. And then send me a mail telling me what you did for your family and the response or the reaction they gave you in return. I would really love to hear all the things we have to say. It was a delight bringing you today's episode. I enjoyed talking to you guys, and I'm hoping that we will be more than this. Our numbers will double or even triple before next Sunday, and that the word will go far. I would really love it if you can share this to someone. They need to hear. Till I come your way next time, this is the Family Journal, and I am your host, Jane Adili. Thank you for listening to the Family Journal. To share your story or your topics with us, reach out to us on familyjournalstories@gmail.com. If you want to keep it anonymous, you can reach out to us on Instagram @the Family Journal and get the anonymous link in our bio. Thank you.